All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom unto the elect, and shalom unto all the Akim doing and pushing this word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. Let's get into this real quick. I just want to make this a quick video. This thing gonna be long. But they always tried, man. They always tried to make us, not keep our law, statutes, and commandments, man. And this ties into a movie, The American Society of Negroes, Magical Negroes, okay? And, you, Akim, you go watch that movie. I'm going to do a video on that too as well. This could be a segue into it, but, not really. This is more so to do with something else that applies with, it's, two movies. But when you apply it, you know what I mean? It becomes like this topic right here. Okay, and I don't want to ruin it for other brothers who haven't seen that movie. I put it up in the community post. I just mentioned it. Okay, the American Society for Magical Negroes. All right, so let's get into this real quick because they always try to make us, fall away from our law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, and even more so now in this society, as you can see. They try to incorporate Jake into everything that's wicked, man. And they always try to put Jake at the forefront of things. Because they know once Jake is a hold of it, and once Jake is involved in it, the other nations, they tend to want to, run after what Jake is doing. Because Jake is the inventor of everything. Salt of the earth. You know what I mean? They add flavor to everything. We add flavor to everything, okay? So these other nations, they see that, and they want part. And Esau Edom, he's a smart fucking conniving guy. So he knows how to get the people moving. So he knows how to use us, okay? And like I said, from then to now to then, they've always tried to make us pull away from those law, statutes, and commandments, okay? So let's go into this real quick. Let's go into 2 Maccabees, chapter 6 and 1. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers, and not to live after the laws of God, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And this is the same thing what they're doing today. They're sending out people like Vocab, your G-Mans, you know what I mean? All these individuals to the house of Israel to try and persuade them to, not live after the law, statutes, and commandments. Because, you can walk around. It's all right when we walk around telling people, you're an Israelite. But as soon as we say, hey, rehearse the righteous acts, keep these law, statutes, and commandments, they flip out. They bug out, okay? I'll tell you this straight. If we, as Hebrew Israelites, because there's some Hebrew Israelites that have this Christian twist to them, right? If we were out there talking about universalism and we're the Hebrew Israelites and, it's okay, you don't have to, the laws are done away with. The Messiah came and if we came in that ghostly form, that ghostly fashion, it's okay, you can eat pork, this and that. They would have no problem with us, okay? Even if we cut the universalism in half and said that, look, we're going to rule. You guys are going to be in the kingdom with us. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. But we're going to be the kings on earth, all right? I guarantee you still wouldn't have a problem with that. But when it comes to talking about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, when it comes to, walking in an orderly fashion, because that's what the commandments do. That's what the laws, statutes, and commandments are there for. This is in the eyes of these nations, this is your understanding. This is what they're like, oh shit, wow, what greater God is so nigh unto them, right? So this is the fact that we're Israelites completely separates us from these people. The Lord said, I severed you from them, right? But our law, statutes, and commandments, they're unique, they're proper, they're righteous, okay? So they hate that because in Proverbs chapter 29 and 27, if I'm not mistaken, tells you that our righteousness is as fucking, dirt to them. And obviously they're as dirt to us, okay? So, continuing, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call the temple and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympus, and that in garrison of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. And this is part with the heathens, man. Okay? This is why we always say, hey, Psalms 106 tells you that they were mixed amongst the people, mingled amongst the heathens, and learned their works, sacrificed unto their, gods and whatnot. So, this is what happens with Israel, because many of our people will see what these heathens have to offer, and they'll, like Jeremiah chapter 2 and 33 tells you that they trim their love to seek after their enemies' ways, which is not good. You have something that's way more important, way more valuable than what they got, okay? So Jake would look at things that these heathens got, and they'd be like, yeah, man, that makes sense, man. Hey, man, let's incorporate that with what we got, And that's a no-no. The Lord, there's not no holding hands with no other gods. Crazy. Verse 3, the coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people. Remember Matthias in 1 Maccabee chapter 2? How he was full of that zeal, and he went to go slew the man and the messenger of the king, because they went to go sacrifice pork in the temple, okay? And he just making a speech warning Israel about doing things like that and walking in the manners of these heathens, okay? And that pork is that's the ultimate sacrifice. Like, that's the thing, they come up, they go eat this pork. Yeah, let him in. I don't even care what he's worshiping. Let him in. He ate the pork, let him in. Other things, whatever. But that pork right there, that's their main go-to, man. Put the pork on the table. Let's see if he eats it. Then we'll know where he's at. Verse 4, for the temple was full with riot and reviling by the Gentiles, who denied with harlots, and had to do with women within the circuits of the holy places, and besides that brought in things that were not lawful, right? They were keeping up with all manner of what the heathen were doing, okay? Having sex and all types of shit inside the temple, you know what I mean? Doing all types of fandango, man. Bringing all pork inside there and shit like that, Mutt rats, whatever, okay? The altar also was filled with profane things, which the law forbiddeth, right? So like I said, creeping things. People are probably eating snake and all types of fucking nasty. You get what I'm saying? Because when you go into the law, statutes, and commandments, and when you go into our dietary laws in Leviticus, it tells us what not to eat and what to eat, okay? Verse 6, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or Asian feast, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew, okay? So that's why you see they're always vehement about pushing us away from our law, statutes, and commandments to follow after their ways, okay? Because once this is in remembrance, once this is still alive, right, they see and say, well, there's still a chance that they might rule over us. There's still a chance that, we're going to be taken down. Well, you're in a trick bag anyways. You're going to be taken down anyways. But this is something that was vehement in the heathens, and especially Edom, to get us away from our law, statutes, commandments, to get us as far away as possible from our power. Okay? Continuing. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices, and when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivory. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighboring cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifice. Okay, and whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. Okay, so they just wanted us to continue in their wickedness, and if we didn't continue in their wickedness, the punishment was death. Right? Just like back in slavery, what's your name, Toby. You know, when you were being rebellious and you didn't want to go for their way, the punishment was death. The ultimate punishment was death. Castrations, breaking of fingers, disfigurement of face. The things that you read about that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, did to us in slavery, he went above and beyond. Okay? And the Lord is just, like Psalm said, all this shit that you done, you thought that altogether that I'm one as yourself? You mud. I'm gonna get you for everything that you done. Okay? Let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 1. And 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of Israel consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. Okay? So, and you could go on and read the rest, right? But let me go down. There's one. Yep. Verse 11, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. The fuck is that? Round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Okay? So, you see that there's been Jake that's been fucked up mentally. Okay? In our society. And, the only way that they've been scarred by Esau Edom. The only way that they can find comfortable to live in society is doing what Esau do. Okay? Being like Esau Edom. And then you have some of us who was in this truth, okay? And they, learned the way of how to be the Israelite and this and that, rah, rah, rah. And then they said, nah, man, to hell with this, man. Since I've departed from the heathens, I've caught much hell. Just like in Jeremiah chapter 44, right? 44 and 17, right? So, this is the same thing in that time period. And the same thing with now. You got a lot of these Israelites that hear the truth, whatever. And they, they come to this truth, they walk into it, and then they catch much hell. And they're like, no, man, I'm getting the hell out of there. And then all of a sudden they start to smite us, start to talk shit about us, start to talk bad about us and all this stuff, right? But these are the same men of old that they're coming back and doing the same damn thing, okay? So these heathen here, they always wanted us to keep their laws, statutes, and commandments. Walk away from our laws, statutes, and commandments, and keep their laws, statutes, and commandments, all right? Which is a no-go in the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So, let's go to Matthew. And our Lord and Savior, he himself said, I didn't come to destroy. Matthew chapter 5 and 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. So these people in these churches, these wacky ass, these Edomite fucking, these bastards, these niggers, these low down fucking dirtbags, here it is. They're telling us that, no, he came to do away with the laws. You know, his blood is what covers you. And this is what the man's telling us himself. Let's go back again. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, not one jot, iota, smallest, that's the smallest Hebrew character letter, okay? The iota, okay, jot, okay? So the Lord is saying, I didn't come to even move one jot, okay? One jot from the law, statutes, and commandments, all right? I didn't come to move one jot. I didn't come to, change nothing or anything or remove nothing. And here's the new law and this and that. No. Because Yahweh Shai, when he was here, he was following the law, statutes, and commandments himself. Okay? So anyways, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Okay? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And what does Judges 5:11 say to us? To rehearse these righteous acts, man. You think Yahweh gave us this to throw it away? You fool. Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, what's that? That's talking about the nukes, okay? In the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. Okay? So right now, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay? Which is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You heard Yahweh Shai say, I didn't come to destroy. I didn't come to mess up this law, statute, and commandment. I didn't come to rewrite things. And guess what? Let's go to something real quick. Real quick. Hebrews 13:8. Yahweh Shai the same yesterday and today and forever. Okay? Let's go to something. I've seen this before somewhere. Malachi 3:6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So guess what? We're still who the Lord is dealing with. Okay? His people. All right? And, you keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Romans chapter 13 tells you that, you should keep the laws of the land. Okay? As long as these things don't supersede the way of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, then, game on. Right? As long as these things don't supersede the way of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, then, that's it. As soon as they start trying to, supersede the way of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, like the way that Antiochus did, then that's it. We got a problem with it. Okay? And we can't, as Israelites, we can't say, yeah, you know what? I don't have to keep my beard, man. To hell with that. I'm sorry, I just can't do that. But I'll keep the rest. No, you could keep a beard on your face. Ain't nobody arresting you. Ain't nobody saying, hey, we're going to sue you for that beard on your face. Ain't nobody doing none of that, to you. There's no law out there in society that says you have to cut your beard, or you can't, as a man, you can't have a beard. Okay? And you see, when it comes to things like that try to supersede the way of the Lord, that's where we got a problem. That's where we got to stand our ground. Okay? In such things like that. Even the scriptures tell you that not all things are expedient unto us. There's a lot of things that we can't keep here. Okay? So, we keep the laws, statutes, and commandments to what? To the best of our ability. Okay? Because we can't go out there, take a lamb, and just slaughter that. They'll be like, yo, what the hell is going on back there? This guy's got a goat. This guy's got a lamb in his backyard. Look, the blood dripping everywhere. And you know how PC people are. You'll be in jail real quick. Okay? And then you get human rights charges and all types of shit. Okay? You can't even fucking raise chickens in your backyard and slaughter them. So you're talking. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to go into that real quick, man. They always try to tear us away from these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Always, 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 always. Okay? In this society right now, as you can see, you see the depth that Jake has sunk to. Okay? Pitiful, horrible, nasty. Anyways, Shalom Akim, Lord willing, to the next time. Wah abad babal. Shalom.